Lead before the break. Nico Schlotterbeck in the right spot at the right time. The U.S. again. A little more threatening off the head of Balogun. An acrobatic attempt from Tyler Adams, unsuccessful. Germany likely to have one more rush here, and Weston McKennie wants to see the end of this half. And there is the first half whistle. Germany and the United States first few moments of the match, but that man Anthony Robinson, after the U.S. struggled to create chances and get any sort of action going in the final third, converts off a corner kick, and we are 1-1 leveled at Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. We'll be back with highlights and more coming up next. Long ball, not even close for Leroy Sané. Matt Freese, start number 15 in his history with the U.S. men's national team. He's come a long way from Harvard University. Knew he was an early talent back in his collegiate days. saved 78% of the shots he faced there, and again would go on to climb the ranks of professional soccer in America. Matzo wishes for the foul. It's quickly played ahead, touched by Pulisic, and heavy if that. But just could not get the touch he desired. And those goal droughts, they happen, it's difficult. But mentioned, even if the ball can go in by accident, if it can knock off the ankle in a wonky way, or maybe go off your hip and somehow get by the keeper, it's those little moves that can set a good run in motion. Foul against the U.S. Malik Tillman right there. All over Alexander Pavlovich. Germany's aggressive approach, but it's Finland. And they scored in a variety of ways. First one came off the set piece. Second goal, due to the high press. They've shown they can get it done. It hurts you in so many areas, and that forces a team like the U.S. to have to put that much more thought in their defensive actions that might be involuntary on a regular day, but against a team like Germany, you have to ask a lot of questions of every single pass, how it could work, who they could find, because they have so many options going forward as Musiala unleashes Havertz. Mecha. Musiala into Mecha. Ream won't have it. Chris Richards having a laugh, hopes to be ready by the U.S.'s first game against Paraguay on June 12th. In the box, chance and confidence, and it's put home for Germany. Leroy Sané had been knocking on the door all match. The German who can rifle it past the outstretched arms of Matt Freese, who's quite frustrated, and Miles Robinson might have gotten a deflection. He has now been front and center of both goals conceded to Germany. Leroy Sané, who's been such a threat all day in terms of the ball movement, going from one end to the other, cutting inside, creating on his left foot. It's left off for him, and he does not miss. In his 76th cap with the German men's national team. Dest. Little over a half an hour left until the announcement of stoppage time for the U.S. to climb back. Germany on the counter. Havertz misses Musiala. Frees off his line, collects. Miles Robinson did not mark Kai Havertz on the first German goal, and then might have taken a touch and allowed Leroy Sané to get that shot off cleanly. The absence of Chris Richards continues to haunt the United States. And as Mauricio Pochettino plays with a three-back system, that central defender spot, never so important. Seems to be the biggest Achilles heel for the United States right now, and Germany smartly have tested that spot. Sané Miscommunication with Joshua Kimmich. He keeps and back out to Pavlovic. At the hour mark, Germany have just jumped on top 2-1, courtesy of Leroy Sané. Musiala. Sané. Good hustle to keep it in. Robinson takes away that play into the area. Offside against Germany. And a plethora of substitutions set to come on for both teams. Mark McKenzie, Gio Reyna. A couple of substitutions for the U.S. along with Austin Trusty, but starting off with Germany, they'll enter the pitch first. Dennis Undav, who had the brace against Finland in atop the formation. Florian Wirtz will see the end of his day. David Raum also in for Germany. Nathaniel Brown will make way for him. Valdemar Anton in. And Dennis Undav all in for Germany. Anton has started in 4 out of the last 5 matches he's played for the German men's national team. Took part in 44 matches and tied his career high for goals with 3 with Borussia Dortmund this year in his club season. Gio. Sebastian Berhalter gets key minutes here. Late in the match that the U.S. need a goal, and Mark McKenzie will fill in on the back line. Will replace Miles Robinson, who's certainly not had it easy today by any means. And the substitution changed. It's actually Anthony Robinson, the lone goal scorer for the U.S. that checks out. Austin Trusty will replace him. The rest for Germany, David Raum, again a regular starter at the left back spot before the emergence of Nathaniel Brown. This is the 37th cap for David Raum. Started scene from Miles Robinson in these 2 friendlies leading up to the World Cup. Will Mark McKenzie possibly get the start if Chris Richards is unavailable? Foul against Germany. And Piero Mazza draws out the spot. Also for the United States, Gio Reyna in. Very versatile at that right winger spot. Passed up an opportunity to take a shot in the Senegal match. You certainly would like to see more aggressiveness from him. When the buildup is very wide, that's where Reyna isn't used as much. But in possession, he certainly will be needed. As teams like Paraguay and Australia are going to sit low in those matches. It'll be Gio Reyna's opportunity to help lift the United States to new heights, excuse me. Possibly get out of the group in winning fashion. But Gio Reyna so crucial in the advancement of the ball. Bit of a locksmith on this U.S. roster in terms. Florian Wirtz wreaking havoc. Alexander Pavlovic back to Wirtz. Pavlovic, curler over the head of Matt Freese. Alexander Pavlovic had some hip problems over the last 2 games. He's key in the Nations League in 2024, but that is not a good sign. Anthony Robinson getting checked on by the training staff.
Did you ever open something that changed the way you...
Hopefully nothing too serious for Robinson. As we play on, Germany with the lead. Leroy Sané right now with the game winner as it stands. Schlotterbeck. Not the greatest pass in the world, and the U.S. can take over. More substitutions getting ready.